La flecha amarilla. Viajes sonoros por las historias del Camino de Santiago.
Bonjour, buenos días, good morning, welcome everybody to this podcast, La Flecha Amarilla, the Yellow Arrow. Here we are, we want to make a stop in our way after 100 days walking in the Camino de Santiago. We are today with Clemence Forien. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Très bien, merci.
Here we are in Santiago after 100 days. Tell me your sensations, your feeling after 100 days walking, because your Camino was a different Camino. It was not a linear Camino, no? It was a Camino with that you start to choose your own Camino, no? Because I think that each pilgrim has to choose his own Camino, no? This is the point, or not? What do you think about it?
Yeah, to be honest, today I'm a bit disappointed because it's like the end and the beginning, so I just follow the flow and keep going. And I started in 22 of August, so now we are Christmas soon, so that's really, really strange. I've started in France, in Le Puy-en-Velay, and just walk for a few days, and then a few weeks, and then a few months. I arrived in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and then I really wanted to see the sea, so I went to the Norte, and then I said, okay, I would like to change energy, so in Oviedo, I went to the Primitivo.
Primitivo.
Sí, Camino Primitivo.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful, amazing.
The
it's
mountains,
the best thing
the
I've
landscape.
ever seen.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then I arrived in Santiago, sick. I think my body was really, really tired. So I stayed for a few days. And then I decided to go to Murcia y Fistera.
To the end of the world.
Yeah, to the end of the world.
Or the beginning, it depends.
Or the beginning, we don't know. And today I'm here. So, and yesterday I saw a show for Christmas on the place of the cathedral.
Yeah.
It was the best gift I've ever had for my 100th day.
Wonderful. It was a kind of performance with lights. No, it's the beginning of the Christmas time in Santiago de Compostela, the star of Compostela, the star of the Camino. No, that at the end, the Camino is the way of the stars. No, the Camino das Estrelas. No.
Yeah.
And how was your experience? Why did you? Which was your motivation for starting the Camino?
At the beginning, I didn't have motivation because I just wanted to walk for a few days in the mountain.
Okay.
And during the night, I was to my parents' house, and the night was boring. And I said, okay, I have to read a book. I find a book, and it talked about Compostela, and my body was shaking. And I said, okay. You want to go to Compostela? And my body say, yes, Clem, let's go tomorrow. So I packed my stuff and I just bought a train ticket and let's go to the Puy. And it was the adventure.
And 100 days before, here you are.
Yeah, completely
After. Okay.
It's awesome. I don't have the word to explain. It's a lot of synchronicities.
Yeah.
All day on this Camino, I've met a lot of people, and wow, just everybody has to try once.
Mm-hmm. because you never know what you are going to find in the Camino. Maybe
No.
this kind of transformation, or going back to your home, your real home, your real what you real you are, no? Because I think this is the main point. And you are talking about synchronicities,
Yeah.
so try to talk about it, to explain it to someone that doesn't know about it, this kind of things that happens to you in the Camino, that it seems like a miracle, no? Like
Wow, yeah.
it has to happen to you, no?
So many, but the first thing when I arrived in Le Puy-en-Velay, so I didn't know where to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I've met a guy and he helped me to visit the city. And he said, "Oh, you can sleep to my house." And I said, "Oh, that's nice. Okay." And so it was the first thing. And every day it was a surprise. And perhaps yesterday I didn't know about this show in the place of the cathedral. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is my Christmas gift. Incredible." And on the Camino, when you met some people, I think that every person you meet can learn you something on your life.
Yeah.
About you, about life,
And this is very curious because people is very open-minded in the Camino. Everybody. You can talk to someone that you don't know him, you have just met him, and maybe he tells you a story about his life that he had never tell before to someone else, or these kind of things used to happen in the Camino. It was really wonderful because and there were another gift that they gave to you the day of your birthday. No, tell me about this picture. Show me the picture, please.
yes, I was to the place of the cathedral.
Yeah.
And
Obradoiro.
Sí.
Obradoiro Square,
And
yeah.
so it was my second time in Santiago, and I just sit behind the cathedral, and for the first thing, a couple come to me and they say, "Oh, are you Clemence?" I said, "Yes." Who are you? And they said, "Oh, we a pilgrim talked to your story about your Camino, so we are so happy to meet you." And I was like, "Okay, I didn't know that person, but it's okay." And then a guy come to me and said, "Do you want a picture with the cathedral?" And I said, "Oh, really? With pleasure. It's my birthday today." So that's awesome.
It was the
22 of November.
22 of November.
Yes.
How old are you?
33.
33. And it was your first Camino?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never walked. I've
Oh,
never hiked.
nice. What do you do in your life? What's your job?
I'm a coach nutrition, so
okay.
I help people to be in a good health
Okay.
and to have more energy and just feel good in their body.
Okay. And I can imagine that it's not going to be your last Camino.
I don't know. I don't like to do things twice, so
Good. Maybe
I will see.
Okay.
But I think that the Camino is like a drug.
Yeah. You get hooked to the Camino. I can confess it to you.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Perhaps today I will go to Portugal. I
Portugal,
don't know.
okay.
To continue. I don't want to stop.
Which part of Portugal?
I will go to Porto.
Porto is a beautiful city. I recommend it to you. It's better to go not in the weekend, but going to spend a couple of days in the week, because too much. Like many cities in Europe, no, like the Camino. Not now, no. In the Camino, how was the experience of the Camino with people? With you were sleeping in hostels all the time, in albergues?
Yes.
More or less.
Only albergue.
Okay.
In France, you have the albergue with like breakfast and dinner. So you you think about anything. And
Yeah.
when you arrived in Spain, it's a bit different. So I slept in albergue, and you go to the supermarket
Yeah.
to buy some food.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really nice because you meet a lot of people, and it's a moment to talk, to explain your story, to learn about other cultures, countries,
Mm-hmm. And this is beautiful. This is
Yeah,
wonderful in the Camino.
wonderful.
Yeah. Here we are in the podcast La Flecha Amarilla, the yellow arrow, and we are trying to do this project because we want to know and to share experiences of people like you. So we thank you very much for coming here because we want to have a coffee with you, a Candelas, wonderful Candelas coffee with you, because we really want to feel the experience that and the sensation that is coming when you arrive to the end of the Camino, no? That is a little bit, you are a little bit disappointed at the moment, but at the same time, I confess to you that this is the beginning of the Camino, because you are not the same Clemence that you were when you started the Camino. You are a new person. You are a new human being, no? Because this experience transformed you, something changed in your mind.
I'm sure about that.
Okay.
And I shared a lot my Camino on Instagram,
Yeah.
and I can see with my friend that I have changed.
Mm-hmm.
When they write me or they told me some stories,
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh wow, Clem, you are not the same person."
Yeah.
I'm so happy for this.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
I feel less anxious and more happy.
mhm. You come to the essence, no? To the essence of what we are, no?
Yes.
And sometimes it's. And why do you think that this happens in the Camino? Why?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think that we are just here just to live the Camino. So you walk, you eat, you sleep, and we don't have mask like in the real life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier to know people and to talk with them, and we are not shy on the Camino.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very natural and just talking to people and think about just the Camino and
Mm-hmm.
enjoy life, what we see, what we hear.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's like in nowadays life, it's like if we were playing a role, no, like in a theater of life, no. But in the Camino, it's not a role, a clear role, no. You are like another one, no. And people is talking to each other. It doesn't matter if you are rich or you are not rich, or you are engineer, or you are coaching, or you are whatever. No, I think that this is the main point. No, that people is very social, very open-minded, talking about this, and maybe it could. Do you what do you think? Could it be related to the fact of going walking, of the rhythm of your life? Going walking, slow, going looking to the landscape, hear the noise of the birds or the sounds of nature. No? Do you think this is related to it, or what do you think?
I think it's the best therapy
Mm-hmm.
of the world. Everybody who needs some help have to go to walk. It's very strong
Mm-hmm.
just to be here and live, and the potential is wow.
Mm-hmm. I think that maybe the fact of walking in nowadays, in our times, that everything is going fast, fast, fast. It's like a kind of being rebel, no?
Yes, I think that the real life is too fast, so people need to slow down, and I think it's a good option to just enjoy the moment and switch off the head and just enjoy and keep going and listen body and what happened inside
Inside you.
and no outside.
Yeah.
Because in the city we can't hear that. It's too noisy.
Where do you used to live in France?
I grew up in Paris,
Yeah.
and I lived in Marseille, in the south of France,
Yeah.
because I practice kitesurfing, so I need the sea.
Ah, okay.
And then today, I don't know. My stuff are to my parents' house, so it's a new beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
It's wonderful, no? The sensation, or not?
Yeah. I
So
love
don't
it.
be disappointed.
A bit anxious, but I'm really happy to be there and just feel my body and keep going.
And your
I can do
mind,
anything.
and your
so
soul. Yeah, this is the beginning of the rest of your life.
I know that.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
And congratulations,
much.
and thank you very much, because you are sharing this special moment with us, having a coffee with us.
Really good coffee.
Yeah, staying, talking to each other. That this is very, very, I think it's very useful when you arrive to Santiago, because you want to share what you feel or not. What do you think?
Yes, the first time I arrived in Santiago, I didn't feel anything, because for me the end is in Fistera, because I love the sea. So I spent few days and I didn't feel a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
But when I stay for a few days and I see the pilgrim arrived, I was like, oh my God, I do that. Wow. So for me, I need to see the other pilgrim arrived to understand what happens.
Okay.
And my second time in Santiago now, yesterday I was really emotional. Like, oh my God, Clem, you are here. 100 days. The pilgrimage is finished. You are in Santiago. So, wow. I'm very grateful.
And at the same time, you think, for example, the worst experience in your Camino.
Okay, very easy. I've met a bad guy in France who is waiting for me with his car.
Yeah.
So it was horrible. I said, okay, I stop the Camino, just come back home and it's finished. And synchronicities. So I slept in an albergue. I've met the woman and I explained to her the story. So I was completely disappointed. And I said, I don't know if I go for a few days more or if I come back. And she told me, Clem, just take a little paper on a plate and you will have the answer. So I take a paper. This is the paper in my phone and it's written, go to Compostelle. But in this place, like 200 paper. And every pilgrim has just one word.
Yeah.
And I have, go to Saint-Jacques de Compostelle. It was like a joke. So.
And this was the worst experience. Why? Was a man trying to do something? What was the point?
I think just to, I don't know the name for that, but just keep me in the car and
Whatever.
like bad things.
Okay. So you were scary.
Very scary.
Yeah, can imagine. No,
All my body was completely frozen.
bluff. Yeah, I can imagine. And unfortunately, this is quite. It used to happen quite often in the Camino de Santiago. Women walking alone, like you, because you came 100 days alone, most of the days, no, walking. In fact, another synchronicity, I found you walking in the North Camino, no? And here we are.
Yeah.
So no,
Clemence, no?
yeah,
Yeah.
It was with Ernesto Bustio, which is such a character of the Camino de Santiago, yeah.
Seguro.
And the best of the Camino? The best experience?
Wow, the best.
Yeah, what do you think?
Every day.
Hmm.
I don't have a best.
Mm-hmm.
I think yesterday for the Christmas show, it was a really good gift.
Mm-hmm. Switching on your star.
Yeah.
Are you religious or not?
No.
No.
I'm.
From a formal point of view, no, I'm talking formal religion or whatever. But you feel something spiritual, no? I can imagine in the Camino.
Yes, very spiritual. I grew up with Catholic.
Yeah.
But now I'm just, spiritual. And I think about universe and synchronicities and just be... I don't know the name for that, but I not pray.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pray, but
You feel.
I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel the universe. You feel the energies.
Yeah, energy a lot, and I think that there is something stronger than us, and who we have to follow the vibe.
Okay, so let's talk about synchronicity, because let's explain it to people that doesn't know what does it mean, no? Because I know, I can feel what you feel, but maybe someone that is hearing, listening to us or watching this video doesn't know about it.
How to explain synchronicities? For me, it's when something happens. On the moment, you don't understand why, and after you received some sign, and you said, okay, so it happens because I have to understand something, or I have to meet someone, or...
Because it had to happen, no?
Yeah.
Okay, because it had to happen. Yeah, I think it's a good explanation of synchronicity. No? that maybe we had to find each other. We find each other because of something, no? Because we have to talk at the end of the Camino in Santiago, and we have to share our experience, no? And in the Camino, there is this sensation all the time, no?
All the time. For me, all the time.
It's a kind of magic.
Yeah.
No?
But I think that we have to be open to feel it and to see it.
Because you found people that is not so open to this kind of experiences, for example, that like in life, no, in general, is the same, no? People that
like pilgrims who walk very fast and don't listen and just keep going and do more kilometers and
to the next stage, to the next record Guinness, no? It's really, really strange, no? This kind of people. But there are people, this kind of people, no, in the Camino.
I think that each person live his own Camino, and it's very important. We are all different, so a lot of Camino for a lot of different person.
Yeah, and each pilgrim has to choose his own Camino, and there is a Camino for each pilgrim, no?
Yeah.
You have to look for it. You have to follow the yellow arrow or not.
Yeah, I'm looking for the, the yellow arrow now.
Here you are in the Yellow Arrow.
Yeah,
This is
here I am.
this is the name of our podcast. How you found it? And this man, you know who's this man? This
No.
man is Elias Baliña. He was the priest of the Cebreiro. You know the Cebreiro?
No.
The Cebreiro is the beginning of the main entrance of the French Way
Okay.
in Galicia.
Okay.
And there's a very small chapel in the top of the mountain. It's a huge mountain, beautiful one. And he was the priest of there from 1959 till 1989.
Okay.
He died when he was 60 years old, but he was the man that had the dream of the Camino. He made the first PhD about the Camino de Santiago. He made the first guidebooks for pilgrims. When no one was coming to Santiago, the Camino de Santiago was a very old, Middle Ages Camino, totally abandoned and totally forgotten. And he started with this dream of recovering the Camino. And he was more or less the inventor of the yellow arrows, no?
Wow.
And this is the demonstration that sometimes the real important things doesn't happen in the big cities, in the big places. Just, for example, the life of Elias Baliña, which was his name, was the dream of the Camino, no? Maybe a lot of people, the real explosion of the Camino was in the 90s. He was dead in 1989, but he was the pioneer of the Camino. No? It's a demonstration that sometimes your dreams can be real, no? Become reality. No? Here we are, the Camino de Santiago.
Here we are.
Here. And this is very, very special, no? This kind of magic of the Camino. And this is the meaning of the yellow arrow, no? That at the end, the yellow arrow is showing you the Camino. But sometimes you have to get lost in the Camino, or not? What do you think? This is a model of sculpture that we are going to do in the Oficina del Peregrino,
Okay.
the 11th of December, which is the 35th anniversary of his death.
Okay.
And we are going to celebrate it with a present for him. And this is the model of the sculpture, which is Oscar Aldonza, is a friend of mine, which is, and we are doing a special event with the Flecha Amarilla, with the podcast, and at the same time the opening of the sculpture of Elias Baliña, the dreamer of the Camino, the beginner, the pioneer of the Camino de Santiago. No?
On 11 December.
On 11 December.
Okay.
So if you are around, you are invited to come. Another synchronicity in life.
I'm just thinking.
And we can have another coffee, another Candelas coffee, the best coffee in the Camino. You like coffee?
I like coffee,
Hmm.
but I stopped coffee
Hmm.
before the Camino
Hmm.
because I think it's not very good for the body.
Uh-huh.
It's a bit, I don't know.
You get nervous with coffee.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's not good for
Your stomach?
stomach.
Okay.
Yes. But on the Camino, it's my pleasure to
Okay.
drink a coffee.
So
con
you
leche.
return to coffee,
Yeah,
to small pleasures of life.
un café con leche de soja.
Café con leche de soja, muy bien.
A mí me gusta mucho.
Muy bien. ¿Hablas algo español, sí?
Un poquito,
¿Estudiaste español
sí.
en
En la
el
escuela.
instituto, en la escuela?
Sí.
¿Qué estudiaste después? ¿Qué hiciste? ¿Estudiaste carrera universitaria? O...
El comercio.
Ah, comercio.
Sí.
Ujú, muy bien. ¿Y nunca ejerciste de tu carrera? O sea, ¿te dedicaste a la nutrición? ¿Te dedicaste a otras cosas?
No, después.
Ok. Pues, it was a pleasure. Here we are with Clemence Forien.
Forien.
It was a pleasure to talk to you, having a coffee and learning a lot. And I don't know if you want to share with us any thought or any whatever before we go to follow the camino, to flow in the camino, in the beginning of the rest of your camino?
I think that we have to live a life of love. This is the most important thing for me. And just be open to meet people and see around you and hear what happens. And just feel your body and keep going and follow your dream.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Clemence, buen camino.
Gracias. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
La flecha amarilla. Una serie de podcast para escuchar con los 5 sentidos y aprender a disfrutar pausadamente de los caminos y de la vida.